good evening, and welcome to Man Talk here on KTN Home. I'm your host, Susan Jerah, and you can find me on the socials at Sora Common, everywhere on all platforms. So excited to get into this episode. Thank you so much for joining us. We're shooting at a new location, and I have a new friend here, as you can see. We're at the Click Lounge just off Gong Road. They are at Royal Square, right on the first floor. Just come up here and you'll see my good friend, and you'll know that you're in the right place. Now, Click Lounge have a fantastic menu, really good food, great drinks. So whether it's for parties or it's for meetings, this is definitely the place to be. And on the 28th of August, they are going to be having a huge event. It's going to be called the Triple Jump. DJ Plinye, DJ Adrian, and DJ Ninjo are all going to be here on the deck. So it's going to be a super huge hang. So be sure not to miss out on the 28th of August. Now, I like giving you guys a quote. In line with today's topic, we're going to be discussing marriage, and specifically getting married while you're young. Does it mean you'll have a better marriage? Does it mean you're going to have more challenges because you got married when you're young? Very excited to ask the men what they think about this. Now, the quote that I have for you is, I would recommend getting married very young. That way, you don't have all the baggage. This is a quote by Willie Robertson. Let's go meet the gentleman and find out whether this is in fact true. Good evening once again. I am joined by three dashing gentlemen today on Man Talk, and I'm very excited to get into the conversation that we are going to be discussing. We are going to be talking about getting married at a very young age, and whether that changes your marriage, whether that means things will be successful or they won't be. That means things will be difficult, or maybe they'll be easier. And I want men to come and tell me what you guys think. So join us in the conversation on the socials. Use the hashtag ManTalk and the hashtag KTN Life and Style so I can be able to see all your tweets and all your posts. And we also have the text line right on the screen, 22151. Text us there if you want to come as a guest. Ama unataka tu hata kutuambia tunakaa poa, please send messages to that number and we'll be sure to check that out. Now, let me introduce the gentleman that I'm sitting with today. I'm going to start off with the one that is furthest from me, no stranger to the show, Sam Karanja. He's a counselor. How are you today?
I'm good.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Welcome.
Today today we've really prepped them. We gave them food. We have prepared you. We have nursed you nicely. So I'm hoping this is going to be an amazing conversation.
Hopefully.
We're also joined by Etale, who is a man who wears very many hats. You are a film director, you're a film producer, but I know you're also a vocalist, you're a choreographer. Yeah. Thanks for coming through to the show.
Shukran sana.
You are different to the other two gentlemen in the number of white hairs. So I hope you're open and ready to learn. Are you ready to get some wisdom? Are you ready to be shown the way?
Yeah, sure.
Happy to have you on the show.
I'm glad.
Then DJ Mike Wandaka, no stranger to Man Talk. Welcome back.
Asante sana.
Kila kitu kwa sawa.
And good to be back.
Still doing soul music and showing people how real love is supposed to be through music.
Yeah. Because music is a language of love.
Exactly.
Yes.
So for Mike and for Sam, I want you guys to tell us, around what age were you when you got married? Sam, let's start off with you.
I got married at the age of 24, immediately after my A-levels.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I had a good mentor. My grandfather was a good mentor.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you actually had somebody telling you, was he giving you pressure? Was he telling you, okay, now you have finished the levels, it's time to get married?
No, he encouraged me and he told me to go slow.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good advice. Mike, around how old were you when you got married?
I met my wife when I was 24 also.
Okay.
We didn't get married immediately, but we courted for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a come with strength.
Yes.
And then we got children. After 2 children, and then we formalized everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was in '99. That's when we got married.
Oh, nice.
This past weekend, since the marriage, it's been 22 years.
Congratulations. Oh my God, there's some people watching right now that are that age.
Yeah.
The age of your marriage, that is their real life age. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Congratulations. And thank you to your wives for allowing you even to come to this platform and talk and share and discuss with us. So the average age that people are now getting married is obviously moving on up. um, Younger people, we are told that we are very focused on career, you're very focused on some of the things that you want to achieve in your life, whether it's travel or support family or whatever it is. Then marriage is now coming a little bit later. So the average age of marriage in the States right now has moved to around 27 years old for women and 29 years old for men. I don't have the exact statistics for Kenya, but I assume we've done the same kind of move. So Etale, why do you think that, because the world is obviously changing, we're in different times. So do you think it's still advisable for young people to take their time and get married later on, or do you think we should be like our parents and still get married early because maisha tu si ni ngumu anyway, tuna survive tu.
Survive ni lazima. Okay, personally, actually, I'm humble. Ndo maana mmeneka katikati. Ni sawa sawa tu.
Ndio uweze kusikiliza vizuri, ushike kila kitu.
Yes,
Exactly.
So personally, I think from my perspective,
Yeah.
naona ni vizuri kuwa na mpango wa maisha. Yes, once umejipanga, you see, because labda by the time alikuwa na jipanga kutoka that 24, alikuwa shajipanga.
Right.
Na sasa hizi unapata most of us our planning by then ni mbaya.
Right.
Mkuu hapa amesema alikuwa na mentor, alikuwa na mtu alimsukuma.
Yes.
We don't have that.
Right.
Tunajaribu kukimbiza maisha tu hivyo. So by time nafika mahali unaamua sasa unataka kutulia, life ishasonga. Unashukua ushafika 30 hapo na unashangaa nafaa kuwa natafuta mtu. Ama pressure inaanza kule nyumbani.
Inaanza home.
Mama anaanza kuuliza, jamani sijaona mjukuu. Ushafika hapo sasa ndio mtu anaanza kufikiria by the way I need to get someone.
Yeah.
So
and it's actually very funny because usually when you're growing up your mom does not want to hear dating stories. Or she tells you at least girls are bad, ukienda huko unaenda kupotea sasa.
Kweli hiyo.
Ama unaulizwa so now you're a man, you can provide for a family, that's why you're out here dating, you know, your police word, you're told relax.
That's a fact. Pia hiyo wewe ndio uoga pia. Mimi pia mama wangu aliniambia hivyo after high school. Kuna village na kwa zile za sisi ndio wale mababe sasa. Mama kaniambia leta mtoto hapa. Ukishamleta hapa wewe na msichana nyinyi wote sell
out.
Not even out.
Sell. I'm calling the cops.
Yes. Nikasema kama ni hivi siwache nitulie.
Guys, that's a good tip for parents. Threaten jail time if you think they're dating too young. Just tell them you're going to take them to the cell. Wow. So you touched on mentorship. That idea of having somebody to guide you, to tell you what to do, to tell you even this is how you select the right woman to marry, or this is how you look at the family. So Mike, did you have any mentorship? You and your wife took the advice actually from his guka. You guys went slowly. You dated first, then you we stayed, then you got a few kids, then you formalized, and I know you got more children after that. But did you have a mentor through the process from when you were 24?
In my case, not really. I wish I did.
Yeah.
But we were we call it winging it.
Yeah.
Going by how things are going and talking. And then also you see how friends are doing things, so you try and improve, or
Yeah, it's like watch your neighbor, just see what's happening in this household and this household.
Yes, and then also like when you meet your friends, guys, then you discuss. Some who are married, they give you some tips here and there. But you see, you're likely in the same boat, because you're age mates. So they're not speaking really from experience, but they're just trying to, and also our people are different. People from different backgrounds. So I think he was lucky he had somebody
to guide him a bit.
Guide him properly. As maybe a few words from there here and there. But I really didn't have a mentor.
Did you feel that Mzee was like a little bit more involved after you got kids? Because I've heard about that. So it's like once you have children, hopefully the one named after them, then they really come into your life full force and they are really, did you experience a little bit of that from family?
Yeah, they were very accepting of her.
That's good.
One.
Yeah.
And I think my dad loved her very much.
Oh, nice.
You know, because in the career that I took, I went into music, being a DJ. He didn't like it at all. He was very resistant to it. Initially, he told me, hii kazi umeingia ya mziki, wewe hata utaoa.
Right.
I'm the youngest brother in my family. I was the first one to get married. You know, and a lot of people, even
shock on that.
you know, they were saying, how? Because DJs never used to get married.
Right.
Yeah. So they used to have girlfriends and all that, but
and groupies.
yeah. So I think I was different.
Yeah.
I just say I was different.
It was individual choice.
Yeah, because it's your personality. Because me, I love the idea of having a family. I love kids, so I wanted my own kids.
Yes.
So I wanted that very much in my life.
So for you, it wouldn't have mattered, mentor or not. You knew, I wanted a family.
Yes.
You knew what kind of structure you wanted, so you had an idea.
I even had names for my children before I even became 18.
Wow, you're one of those guys when
Yes.
when the ladies at the date and the kid conversation comes up and they're like, actually, I already have the names, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I've already decided when I get a son,
Yes.
his name would be Romeo.
Oh, I like it. Did you like Romeo's music?
Yeah.
Did you like Romeo's music
Romeo
at the time?
and Juliet.
Yeah. Oh,
Love
that's where it
story.
came
A
from.
love story. And if I was to get a girl, her name would be Michelle.
Okay.
Michelle, why? I'm Michael. Michelle is Michael for a girl.
Yes.
So she'd be named after
you.
me. She'd be my mom.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Yeah. So I really wanted that in my life. And God blessed me. I got both Romeo and Michelle.
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
And another one in between.
Shout out to you, Romeo and Michelle. So,
and Bush. He's called Bush.
And Bush.
Let's not forget him.
So, Sam, you also now do the mentoring and the counseling, even for other young people and for other families. So I want to ask, do you think that when people get married when they're younger, the marriage has a better chance of survival because you grow together? So whatever challenges that are going to come, whether it's financial or it's family, when you get married young, mtaanza na a small budget, mtaanza tu na venye maisha iko. So do you think marriages are more successful when they start when people are younger?
First of all, you have to know marriage is an attitude.
Oh, it's not an institution?
It's an institution, yes, but the attitude you go in with determines how far you can go.
Okay.
Because if you go, I want to marry her because she's beautiful, then you don't have a marriage.
Beauty finishes. Inaendanga ikishaisha.
Unajua mnishi alisema inanyauka hata upake poda.
You know?
Yeah. So attitude is key in every field in every professional we're involved. Your attitude must be right. Number two, the motive of marriage.
Right.
Why are you getting married? Is it because your mother is demanding for a grandson, a granddaughter?
Yeah.
Is it because your age mates are getting married?
So
if you enter into marriage with such attitudes,
yes,
you're doomed to fail. But if you sit down and ask yourself, Sammy, why am I getting married?
Yeah.
You'll be able to answer why, the first why.
Yes.
Then how. Then goals. Because when you ask how, you have priorities in order. So when I got married, I didn't get married because my age mates were married.
Right.
No. I went knowing, because I'm not going to campus, let me start my life here.
Okay.
Because I missed one point.
Yeah.
Little did I know that I'll get a scholarship in between 2 years.
And still go. Amazing.
So I started from there. Then I went back to my grandfather. I asked, should I get a child now? He said, no. Take time. Get this. Do this. And then I started a small business in Eldoret town. I remember those early 80s. And I became prom.
Nice.
A very big businessman. So I started having kids.
Yeah.
From there. And I've never looked back. until
Nice.
she was. I lost her in Westgate, so
Yeah, I'm
that
so
was.
sorry about that. Yeah,
But
yeah.
marriage, it does not determine the age. It determines the motive,
Right. The reason.
the reason. You can marry at 30, but I'm not advising these guys to marry at 30
Okay.
because you can get married at 30
Uh-huh.
and she doesn't get pregnant during that time.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because women we
Yeah,
have time.
issues.
You have a ticking clock,
Yeah, others
unfortunately.
have been taking drugs from here to there, preventing. Yeah,
You're not aware of your own fertility. You haven't gone and
yeah.
gotten tested and yeah.
So that's why we take them for premarital. Then we take them to gynecologists before they get into marriage. So if she's not fertile or you're not fertile,
No now.
you decide now before you say yes, I do.
That's really good because then also I think a lot of people don't know that you have options. So
Yeah.
even if I find out I'm not fertile, but my partner still wants to marry me, my partner still wants to build a life with me, we can still have children. You can adopt. You can.
Yeah.
There's actually
Yeah,
options.
there's
these
a
days.
free option there, but it's good to know in
Yes, of
advance.
course. Yeah, we
Number
even
two,
saw the horrible story just this past week of
Mm.
the couple that didn't know. The gentleman was infertile, the woman didn't know.
And
They'd
they
been
kill each
together
other.
for a really long time. Yeah, and then it ended so tragically.
So that's why I advise young people to do that. But now, in real sense, in African tradition, if you marry at 30, you're late.
Yeah. But so
Why?
many people are getting married at
No,
30
I'm
now.
just giving you an example.
Yeah.
A very easy mathematics.
Yeah.
Get married at 30.
Uh-huh.
By the time she's pregnant,
Uh-huh.
you're 31.
Uh-huh.
By the time baby is hitting 5, you're 36.
Yes.
You have not planned your life. You don't have a house. You don't have anything. You have a car. A car is not an asset.
It's a liability, yeah. It
Okay?
just takes all the
You
time.
don't have a bank account like a cooperative bank where you can put her school fees or his school fees.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to plan. So when you hit 40, the boy is 9. And nowadays, the companies we are working with, at 45, you are showed the door
Right.
because you are no more potential
Yes.
and creative the way you should, because they are running with the marketplace.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the moment you are shown the door, like Corona showed most of them the door, their babies were at age 6 and age 9. Those are the people who are being under depression
Right now, because you have to educate them still.
They
This
didn't
person
plan.
hasn't gone to high school. They haven't.
Others worked with the banks, but they did not plan. That's why you hear Kikuyu say, "Igagani do what to come with."
Yes.
Save.
For the bad night. Yeah, save for the bad day. Emergency fund. It's a thing, guys. Thank you for that. So you were saying motive obviously is the most important thing, but also Kenyan youth clearly need to think about when you're getting married later, you need to do the math. You need to do the math of, okay, how old will my kids be? How old will I be when my kids are graduating? Do I want to be there running in primary school? You know, they always do the parents running competition. Then you're like, hey, do I want to be 45 doing the running competition?
Actually,
or do I want to be doing
if
it a
you
little
look at the
younger?
research today,
Yeah.
they say if a lady hits 34, the pelvic joint is closed.
Yeah.
The only option is CC. So will you wait until that time?
It's very crazy, especially for us women. You just don't know. Like you said, unless you go to the gynecologist, you're not going to have any idea. Sam talked about planning, Etale. You also had mentioned planning. Atujui kujipanga, the young people. It's such a struggle. So somebody gets married younger, I guess the idea is you have more time. You can plan, and maybe if it goes wrong, you learn and have time to plan again and see. What I want to ask is about women's mentality. Do you think younger women are ready to go into marriages young and do that plan? Are they ready to live out a long marriage? Because I think we're seeing a lot of people getting married right now, you can correct me if I'm wrong, and men are stressed. They get married and it's like,
Really?
oh, immediately they're supposed to move to a new neighborhood. She wants new hair. Now you pay for her nails because she's married, you know? And it's like, oh, I was marrying you because I thought that we just wanted to continue walking on the streets together, continuing in this hustle together, but now there's such a huge expectation. So what do you think about the women's perspective, the Kenyan young woman? Is she ready to be that Kenyan wife who will sit and plan with you this long marriage first?
Actually, sijaoa bado.
Yeah, I know. You're not yet
lakini
married.
Sasa kuna
lakini
wenzangu
alikuja na mtu, inaonekana uko serious, inaonekana unaangalia your direction.
Yeah, naangalia your direction. Lakini bado nikiangalia the experience yenye nimeona marafiki wangu wakipitia,
right,
unapata most of the time huwa wanaingia kwa relationships, especially the youth size.
Yes.
Juu ya ile kila amesema ile kutaka kujionyesha.
Right.
Unaona rafiki yangu ameoa ama alioa. Haya. Mwingine pia alioa.
Yeah.
Mwingine akaoa. Sasa mimi nabaki hapa, wanaanza kuniuliza, "Hey bro, uko vipi?
Uko na tu masuti ya kwa best man, ya kwa groomsman,
wewe uko na kwenda harusi, kwani sisi tunakuja harusi hapa lini?" Unaona sasa. So it really becomes an issue, especially when it comes to that point. Sasa inakuwa ni tunaanza kuishi na expectations zile zenye hatuwezi meet. Haya. Umeniuliza swali kuhusu the women.
Yeah.
Wako sawa. Actually saizi mimi naweza sema the ladies huwa wanajipanga better than sisi wanaume.
Okay.
Lakini pia kuna shida.
Right.
The problem comes in where kuna that stage ka honeymoon. Kale ka kwanza tunaanza vizuri, nakwambia twende pale Kempinski, we're going to do this and this and that.
Everything that you do is amazing to me. It's
So now the lady anafika mahali ashajua huyu jamaa ako sawa, ashajipanga. Kumbe mimi nafanya hivyo ndio nifurahishe.
I was quoting you. This is not the norm. This is not the baseline. This is just to excite you to get box.
So ile shafika mahali shamwa sasa, now we are together.
Right.
Reality hits. Ile sasa mimi kama Jerah nafaa kuanza kuishi kama mimi, because you cannot continue lying. Ama kuishi life yenye hauwezi. Hapo ndio sasa unafika unapata tunakula nini? Leo tutakula ugali na omena. Alikuwa na expect tumuitishie pizza kutoka mahali fulani.
Na mashed potato is softer than ugali.
Hapo ndio anaanza kuambia ati ugali ni ngumu nikitafuna, sisikia kama ni ngumu. So basically inafika mahali for them wanachoka ama wanaboeka. So once inafika that point, inakuwa sasa ni issue after issue. Oh, you used to do this, now you're not doing it. You used to do this, now you're not doing it. Aya. Mwanaume naye pia anafika hiyo point, anaona huyu sana pia analalamika sana. Unaanza kuwa na huo mgongano. Manake they didn't even take that time to actually know each other kabisa. Amesema kwamba yeye ndio aingie kuamua kwamba anataka kwenda kuoa. They took time.
Yeah, they did.
They gave it time, at least wanajua we are courting for this period of time. Siku hizi unakutana na yeye, umemwona, umempenda, amekupenda, tunaamua kuja tuende kusonga sana. So you see that little patience inakuwa ni vigumu sana. My mom, that was like 3 months ago. Nikiwa nyumbani, she told me one thing. I'm really praying so hard that upate mke mwenye ni mvumilivu. Uvumilivu ndio kimekuwa ni kikwazo kabisa.
It's rare.
Haipatikani
huku Nairobi, Kanairo.
Shamba la mawe. Looking at our moms, I'm very sure unapata they were very patient. But now patience imekuwa ni shida. Ikifika mahali corona ilipiga, watu walipoteza kazi. Inakuwa sawa, unamwambia sawa, tulikuwa tunakaa hii 2 bedroom. And is it possible turudi hata tutafute 1 bedroom tukae? Inakuwa mimi nishazoea.
Unataka kunirudisha nyuma vipi?
Lazima unaona sasa. Unaweza kuwa umejipanga, lakini sasa kuna vitu zenyewe mnafaa kwa kubaliana.
So venye amesema patience is lacking. Do you agree? Did you ever feel any kind of pressure from your wife, or maybe not even her, but maybe even her family? At some point, guys are like, can you consolidate this thing? Can you pay dowry? Can you? What was it like for you?
Let me put it this way. For a lot of men, for them to get married, it's usually pressure from the ladies.
Yes.
Men generally are happy-go-lucky. They don't want to be tied down.
Usually. If we're happy today, why are you spoiling it, babe?
and I think ladies are they're more rooted, like you said. Once they identify that this is a person that the father of my children, and they want to settle down.
Yeah.
You still want to jump around, kidogo here and there. You still want to go out. You know, sometimes you tell them, let's go out, and why can't we stay home?
Yes.
Yeah. So they'll slow you down, but in a good way. But as we are not accepting of that at that particular time,
Right.
because then the motherly instincts take over. Once they've identified that this is the person that I want to be with, they want to settle and start a family. See, for men, it takes a little bit longer. Um, and then that's like now, what will happen with you and your friends? You'll find that your married friends, sometimes you call them, they don't want to meet you. Why? Because their wives are telling them, mnaenda wapi na huyu kijana anawapeleka kwa mademu wengine hajaoa.
Right, yes, he's the unmarried one.
Yeah. So now he has no responsibilities, so he's going to anawaharibu. You see? So you find now married men, you start moving with married men. If you have a single guy amongst you, once now you start discussing home issues, at a feel out of place. You don't need even to kick him out.
Yeah.
Atajitoa tu mwenyewe. So so what happens is once you get in that that bracket.
Yes.
So usually wife ndiye atakupush into a lot of things.
Okay.
So your life now changes, and sasa hapo ndio where you're supposed now to come and meet na mkubaliane.
Right. Yeah. Talking, communication sasa between the wife and the husband.
Yeah. And then also, like, I believe like today's generation, the expectations are here.
Yeah.
Whereas in life
is here, yes.
Yeah. And unfortunately, because of internet and a lot of TV and, people romanticize marriage. Yeah. So they think once we get married, we'll do things A, B, C, D, like that, like that. By this age, we should have A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
And then when those things don't happen,
yeah,
then it becomes a bit difficult. Some problems crop in.
Can come and start coming.
Yes.
Well, to all our audience watching us from home here at Man Talk, I want you guys to tweet us using the hashtag Man Talk. And if you're married, come through and tell us, what age did you get married at? And was it too young for you, too old for you? What's been your experience? We're going to take a tiny short break, but we are going to be right back. Don't move.